Hidden deep within the unseen paths and in the unheard places of the once great gardens of Embergard, new life was beginning. Sylvaneth's soul pods, rescued from the destruction wrought upon the fallen city, had seeded themselves here, and whilst the new Sylvaneth life grew, guardianship of them was needed. Through their magical powers, the foul Tzeentchian wizard Ephilim saw the soul pods and wished to use their life-giving powers to create new and wondrous demonic beasts. Sending forth their minions to do their bidding, the Tzeentchian sorcerer struck out and found the sacred grove between worlds. As they did, the Guardians made their presence known, and battle was joined in Warhammer Underworlds, Embergard. In today's game, we're going to be playing a Warhammer Underworlds Rivals format game. Now, in the Rivals format, players pick a pre-built 32 card deck known as a Rivals deck. A player's Rival deck is made from cards that only feature that deck's unique symbol denoted in the top right-hand corner of each card, which means if you have at least one Rivals deck and one Warband from the list below if you're going to a competitive scene, or you can use pretty much anything you want in a less organised setting, you have everything you need to join in with this format. In today's game, I'm going to be playing with Ylthari's Guardians. Ylthari's Guardians have an interesting Inspire condition where after friendly fighters use a core ability, they can place power cards down by the side of the table. These are removed from like your deck and your hand, and you try and grow these over the course of the game by doing other things. Now, once these things are fully grown, you can use them and expend them to inspire your fighters. You've also got a bunch of different abilities that you can only use one of each battle round. These generally power up all your different abilities. You can have one where you can make an extra move, where the move is based on how many friendly models you have slain. You can get extra attack dice, you can get extra damage as well, and you can also get the ability to just remove a fighter from the table and put them on a board edge hex. The fighters in the warband themselves comprise of Ylthari, Galligan of the Glade, Scathel, and Anslain. Ylthari is the warband's leader, and she does have a ranged attack of 3 hex. She's got 2 dodge on there and 3 health. Meanwhile, Galligan, Scathel, and Anslain all have 4 health each, Galligan and Scathel being really decent combat fighters, and Anslain having a ranged attack with her bow of 3 hex range as well. They'll all inspire, as mentioned, and when they do inspire, you get a few extra damage on some of their attacks. Meanwhile, Galligan will go up a point of defense there as well, which is really nice. And you'll get some other abilities like Ensnare on some of the fighters as well. In today's game, I'm going to be playing with the Blazing Assault Rivals deck. This is a strike deck, so it is pretty simple. We want to go up, get in the opponent's face, and deal some damage. In today's game, Stephen is going to be playing with Ephilim's Pandaemonium. Meanwhile, Stephen is playing with Ephilim's Pandaemonium. The Inspire condition for this is if 2 or more inspired friendly minions are inspired, you can inspire your leader Ephilim, and how this works is during the beginning of each turn, immediately after the first action step, you can get some ways to inspire some of your minion fighters, and then of course these will inspire Ephilim herself. You've got a bunch of different abilities where you can recall some friendly minions that have been slain, and you can also do a bunch of damage off of these abilities as well on Ephilim's card. Ephilim themselves is a 4 health 2 dodge fighter with a ranged attack and a decent combat attack as well, with 2 dice being rolled for 2 damage. Now you've also got Spawnmaw, Flamespoiler, Kindlefinger, and Apotrax the Stairfish. All of these have a decent amount of dice when rolling in their combat attacks, so Kindlefinger is more damage. It's got 2 damage and 1 dice rolled. It does have a 3 hex range attack on some of them, like Spawnmaw and Kindlefinger there. And you've got the cool abilities as well. When they start inspiring, you're going to get a bunch of things like Ensnare on Spawnmaw. Your Kindlefinger also goes up to a nice and longer range, and Apotrax is going to have the ability to ignore shields and defense rolls as well. In today's game, Stephen is playing with the Emberstone Sentinels deck. This is a take and hold deck where it wants to hold ground, capture objectives, and score points by doing so. Now, Stephen is playing with a rather large warband. The Starblood Stalkers have 6 models in their warband. Kixitaka is their leader and is a 3 health, 2 glory worth fighter. You've then got Klaktok, which for its size, only being worth 1 glory, is really solid. This thing is hard to take down. You then got Huanchi, Zebik, Tok, and Otterpaddle, all your different skinks in the force. Now, when you do manage to inspire these fighters, generally you're going to find that they get a little bit of extra damage on all of them. You're also going to get the ability of not needing a crit with Klaktok when he inspires on his attack as well. For deck today, Stephen is playing with Pillage and Plunder. This is a Rivals deck that generally wants him to go out, collect objectives. It does work pretty well with a warband that maybe wants to play more defensive, and especially one that has more fighters in it. Right, so we're all deployed for Ylthari's Guardians. Well, we have Ylthari at the back there, and Slain with her bow on the side, and Skaethel and Galligan at the front. Meanwhile, you have Ephilim and her Pandaemonium, Ephilim at the back there. You've then got the Kindlefinger and Spawnmaw. You've got the, that is Flamespooler, and then Apotrax, the Stairfish, there as well. Today's video is brought to you by Waterfront News and Lotto, located in Devonport, Tasmania. They stock a wide variety of Games Workshop, D&D, Star Wars Wargame and paint products, and so much more. You can follow the link in the video's description to check out if they've got something for you today in their store. And so, rolling off for turn 1, I got a hammer with Ylthari. Meanwhile, you got a hammer. You got a hammer as well, stop that. I got support. You've got a hammer, so you're going to get the choice for first turn. Alright, so my first action, I am going to make a charge with Galligan. Galligan is then going to attack the Apotrax, the Stairfish. So I need hammers. Got 2 successes with a crit in there as well. I got a crit, but that still means a success, so 2 damage on Apotrax. And so after I do that, I'm going to use my once per battle round ability, the Dwindling. I've got 4 of these abilities. I can essentially use 1 of them per battle round. The Dwindling allows me to pick a friendly fighter up. I can then put them next to the friendly fighter that's just activated and an empty hex. And so I am going to pick up Skaethel and plonk him right there. And so, after I've made that action as well, I'm then going to choose to take a card off my power deck, place it next to my War Scroll, and we'll start trying to grow that to inspire my fighters. And also, immediately after the first action of the round, you are going to inspire one of your little minions. And you're going to choose one. You're going to inspire Flamespooler, and who's going to get the stagger token on them?
Starfish. Oh.
And so Kindlefinger is going to get a stagger token on them. And so that'll be Stephen's first activation then, next. Alright, so next, the Flamespooler is going to make an attack into Skaethel. So, there'll at least be 1 success there.
Yep.
2 actually, because of support, because you've got someone next to me. And so my defense, I get a support, that won't do anything, damage.
Damage is 1.
And you're going to use your once per game ability to sort of splash out your warping tokens. Now this hits everyone adjacent that's a friendly fighter to you, so I'm going to have a warping token now on Galligan. Alright, next I'm going to go with a charge with Anslain. And so Anslain will now take a shot into Kindlefinger. You can re-roll one of these attack dice. Re-roll that double support. That is 2 successes. We crit in there as well.
I need dodges.
Yep. That's a double crit. That's 2 successes. No damage. Kindlefinger will then make an attack into Skaethel. I need hammers, so that's 1. Skaethel has a single defense. Which I won't get damage. Sorry, no, I was looking at Skaethel. Anslain, a dodge does succeed, so no damage to me. Alright, you're going to use your once per game ability, which is Shared Mutations. You can use this immediately after your action step and inflict 1 damage on each enemy fighter adjacent to any friendly minions. Alrighty, my next turn is going to be making a charge with Skathel. We're needing hammers. That's a crit, so 1 success being a crit. Flame Spoiler needs dodges, I believe.
Yep.
That's nothing, so that's 2 damage on Flame Spoiler. And after that, I'm going to play Healing Potion where I can pick a friendly fighter and heal them. So I'll heal Skathel back down to 1 wound. So Plot is going to make an attack into Galligan.
Need hammers.
Need hammers.
Got a hammer.
Got 1 success. Defense. That's a crit. Nothing. And so Ylthari is going to go into Flame Spoiler after a charge. We need hammers. Got 2.
I need dodges.
Dodges.
Nothing.
No, that'll be another point of damage on Flame Spoiler. And take him out. So after killing the Flame Spoiler, I'm going to play Great Fortitude, give +1 health to a fighter, and that's going to go on Ylthari. I also get a growth token on each one of these for killing an enemy fighter. Alright, Spawnmaw is then going to charge into Anslane.
2 attacks.
2 attacks, yep.
Damage 2.
Damage
I need
2.
hammers.
Needing hammers. That is your shield dice, that's the wrong dice.
Yep.
Probably want to roll the right dice.
I'm doing your trick.
Hey! I'm not the only one that does it. But that is still nothing. So that is the end of the round. I will tick another point on all these growth, taking me up to 2 on each of them. But at the end of the round, I'm also going to score a few of my objectives. First, if Fields of Blood, I score this in end phase if there are 4 or more damaged and or slain fighters. And then I'll also score Go All Out. I score this in end phase if 5 or more fighters have move and or charge tokens. Since you charge with Spawnmaw, I have 4 as well that all have charge tokens, and I'll score that. Also, something that should have happened at the end of the phase, doesn't really matter while we're just scoring. Flame Spoiler comes back with 1 wound remaining. I'm then going to play the upgrade Deadly Aim, which gives me Ensnare, and that's going to go on Galligan. And then we're also going to play Brawler, where a fighter can't be flanked and or surrounded, and we'll put that on Skathel. And so, priority for turn 2. I got cross sword, Steven got a support, so I'm actually going to win that. And I'll take priority. Alrighty, so my first action for the round, I'm going to make an attack with Galligan into a Plot. And so we need hammers. That's 2 successes with a crit in there. Doesn't stop, that's 2 damage. And immediately after the first action step of the round, you're Inspiring Kindlefinger, Staggering Spawnmaw, and because you've got 2 fighters on the field, or 2 of your minions that are inspired, Ephilim will inspire as well. My little growth tokens here all tick up to 3 because I killed someone.
If I read that correctly.
I'm going to score Get Stuck In. I score this immediately after a friendly fighter's attack action if the target was in enemy territory and a Plot was in your territory. After my action step as well, I'm going to play Shields Up. I can pick a friendly fighter and give them a guard token. Alright, Spawnmaw is going to attack Anslane.
I need hammers.
Hammers, so what's needed? That will generate 1 success. So I need a dodge. That is not a dodge. Damage. 2 damage, ouch. I'm then going to make a charge with Ylthari into Ephilim. And as I pick my weapon to attack, I'm going to go Determined Effort. I can play this immediately after I pick a weapon as part of an attack, and I get +1 attack dice with that weapon. And so Ylthari will attack. We are going to need hammers. That is 2 successes into Ephilim. And so you need 2 successes here. 1. So that will be 2 damage on Ephilim. And after that, I'll play Commanding Stride. I can push my leader up to 3 hexes that just have to end on a starting hex. And so we're able to get Ylthari out of dodge there. Flame Spoiler then reacts by making a charge into Ylthari. He's got range 4 on his attack, so we can get 2 successes of some variety. Ylthari has 2 dodge, 2 successes. Alrighty, we're then going to go a charge super action with Galligan of the Glade. So I am using my once per turn ability, the Reaping. Normally I would get plus X, where X is the number of slain friendly fighters, but as there are none on the Reaping, I get to add just +1, so 3 dice now, needing hammers. That is 2 successes, with a crit in there as well. Ephilim's defense. No, that'll be another 2 damage and take her down. And so I'm also going to score Strike the Head here. Score immediately after an enemy fighter is slain by a friendly fighter if that target was a leader. And all my little growths tick to 4. I've got 1 more before I can inspire 3 of my fighters. I'm going to play the Duelist upgrade as well. That's going to go on Skathel. Kindlefinger will then make an attack into Skathel. So,
Hammers.
got 1. Defense of 1, I need a shield, I got it. And so, my last activation for round 2. Now, I'm going to elect to charge, but because the charge is has a move as part of it, I'm going to play Wings of War. This gives my move +2. And so, we're going to try and kill Kindlefinger now. So, Galligan of the Glade is going to get 2 dice, needs hammers. Ooh, got nothing. And you're going to go and attack into Unslain. So, would be a success. Both? 2? Oh dear. Nope. And then we go into end phase. Do you have anything to score? Nope. Oh dear. I'm going to score another on the edge. Score this in end phase if any enemy fighters are vulnerable, and Flamespoiler certainly is. In turn, these will tick up to 5. I can add them into my hand, and then I can inspire 1 fighter for each one, so my 3 living fighters will all inspire. Today's video is sponsored by the Warhammer merch shop. Want to grab some merch for your favourite Warhammer army? You can use our affiliate link down below to grab your next purchase and help support the channel at the same time. And so we get to roll off, so your turn. Stephen is the underdog, so he breaks tyres. I got a crit though.
I got a crit.
Yeah, you got a crit, so you can choose who has the activation.
First.
So first activation, pretty simple. Spawn more going in there to go against, that is Galligan.
Yep.
Alright, so let's see what you can get. Hammers. That's
At
1.
least 1.
See what I can get. I've got 1 defense, and I get it. So the last of your living little minions is going to inspire, but I'm going to now play an upgrade. This is called Tough, and this is going to go on Ylthari, where she cannot take more than 3 damage in the same turn. And then I'm going to play Illusory Fighter. I can pick a friendly fighter, remove that fighter from the battlefield, and place them in an empty starting hex in friendly territory. Whoop. Whoop. And then lastly, Galligan is going to get great strength given to... sorry, not Galligan. Skathel is going to get great strength to give their weapons Grievous. So my first action is going to be a charge with Skathel. And we're just going to charge there, going into Flamespoiler. And so Skathel, we need hammers. That is just 1. But ensnare means dodges don't count.
So I need crits.
Yep, you need a crit at least. That is no crits, so that will be 2 damage, 3 damage actually. And so with that, I'm going to get Strong Start. I score this immediately after an enemy fighter is slain, if that fighter was the first fighter slain this combat phase. Kindlefinger is now going to attack. You're going to attack Skathel. So let's see what you can get.
Hammers.
1, I need shield. I do not get it. Damage.
1.
Ylthari is then going to make a charge into Spawn More. I'm going to elect to use my once per turn ability of Everdusk, where +X damage, where X is the number of slain, so I'll get +1 damage, taking me to damage 3 now on her. And so she needs hammers. Nothing. Wow. So, because of my attack dice then, all 3 of them were different. I score Branching Fate, where if I make an attack that contains 3 or more dice, if each result was a different symbol, I score it. And so Kindlefinger charging Ylthari. It gets 1.
Gets 2 actually.
Gets 2. Gets nothing. Damage.
2.
2. Alrighty, I'm going to go a charge with Galligan of the Glade. And so we're going to attack Kindlefinger. Galligan is 2 dice. That is one success. Supports cannot count, which you don't get anyway, and you can't dodge.
I can't dodge?
No. So you need crits. Get one, so you live. Spawn more into Ylthari.
No, Spawn More's launched.
Sorry, Spawn more is actually going to go into Skatel. So...
Critical.
Yep, just one success. And I've got... Nope. Support, because I've got one fighter in contact with you, will be a success. And so my last action will be making another attack with Skatel. Sorry, with Galligan. Not Skatel. So 2 dice, needing hammers. That is 2 successes. And your defense with Kindlefinger?
Is 2.
2, but only crits count. You can't make dodges.
Yep.
1, so that'll be 2 damage, take him out. I'll also score Perfect Strike because my attack roll were all successes. And then end phase, I'm going to score Keep Chopping as well because I attacked 3 or more times in that combat phase. And so I'm also going to score Denial at the end phase because there are no enemy fighters in friendly territory. Thank you all for watching. We hope this battle report was enjoyable for you, and if you did enjoy it, please go check out some of our others in the playlist on the channel. If you have any questions, please drop a comment down below, and while you're there, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join our Discord server to check out all of our future wargaming content. Thank you all.